Welcome to the Leader's Mic, where bold voices shape better leadership. I'm your host, Latisha. If you're hungry to grow, lead with purpose, and level up your impact, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button because every week I'm bringing you real talk, practical insights, and the leadership boost you didn't know you needed. Today's episode is all about introductions. I'll be sharing the why behind the Leader's Mic, a bit of my own journey in healthcare leadership, and what you can expect as we grow together. Let's get into it. When I was a kid, my dream was to become a pediatrician, and no one could tell me anything. I was going to major in biology, go to med school, and become a pediatrician that lived on the East Coast. So when I got to college, I actually double majored in biology and chemistry. But somewhere along my journey, I was also encouraged to take some public health classes. I got into a public health class and started learning about population health, maternal and child health, community health and wellness, and absolutely fell in love with these classes. I felt like now I want to be on the end of preventive health. I completely did a 360 and changed my entire course of action. Now, this is definitely not something that I ever thought that I would do, but changed my entire course of action, got my master's in public health, and that's how my journey began. From that point forward, I guess the rest is history because I can't say that I stepped into leadership knowingly. I feel like leadership found me. I am currently a practice administrator for primary care and pediatric primary care service lines for a health system. And the journey has not always been easy, but it has been incredibly meaningful. As a young Black professional in healthcare, I faced my share of challenges, navigating systemic barriers, cultural stereotypes, and moments where I seriously questioned if I belonged. There were days I'd sit in rooms where no one looked like me, and I would wonder, how did I get here? Will my voice be heard? And how do I make a change here? And I know for a fact that I am not the only one that have asked these questions, who have felt these feelings, and that's why I created this podcast. I want to provide a space for aspiring and established leaders to grow, learn, feel seen. I want this to be a space to truly gain insight and hear real stories and know that you're not alone in this, because leadership shouldn't feel like a solo journey. It should feel like community, and we should be able to have these conversations. That's why at the Leader's Mic, our mission is threefold: to empower, encourage, and educate. Now let's break these down into bite-sized pieces, starting with empowerment. When was the last time you truly felt confident in your leadership? For some of you, that answer is right now, and that's incredible. Ride this wave. Feel it, own it, stay in that pocket. For others, you may be navigating imposter syndrome or struggling to find your voice, and I have been there. This podcast will give you tools to lead with authenticity and authority, from personal branding to communication and decision making. When you walk into a room, I want you to walk into that room with purpose. I want you to feel like I belong here. I can make a change. I will make a change, and my voice will be heard. You were given your position for a purpose, and there is no position that is insignificant. Our next one is encouragement, and this could be you offering encouragement or you receiving encouragement. Certain leadership positions can feel lonely and isolating. Just last week, I had one of those days, the kind where you feel like no one gets it. But thankfully, I have a colleague that reminded me. She said, I feel your pain. You're not alone. And we all need those people to walk with us on this journey. And this podcast is going to be that reminder for you that even on your toughest days, you've got a community behind you. And the final pillar, this here is so, so important. Education. Because knowledge is power. We'll hear from experts across industries from financial literacy to mental health, and I'll share tools that help you build a well-rounded foundation as a leader. One of my favorite poets, Maya Angelou, said it best. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Over the next few episodes, I'll be sharing a signature leadership framework I developed called Mic'd Up Leadership. You'll hear more about that soon, and I cannot wait to introduce it. Thank you so much for joining me on this very first episode of The Leader's Mic. I am honored to walk this journey with you, and I hope you'll tune in next week for more insights. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading. Welcome to The Leader's Mic, where bold voices shape better leadership. Hey fam, Latisha here. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story. You can send me an email at latisha@theleadersmic.com. That's LATISHA @theleadersmic.com. And there are several ways for you to stay connected. You can follow The Leader's Mic on Instagram. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, or just stop by the website, theleadersmic.com, to sign up for our newsletter. Thanks for listening. Now go pick up your mic.